in Bemunyi. Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to advancing South-South and Triangular Cooperation (SSTC) to transform agri-food systems and promote sustainable development across the global South. Speaking at the World Food Forum's ministerial dialogue in Rome, Minister of Agriculture and Food Security Abuja emphasized the critical role of SSTC in driving agricultural innovation and food security. The dialogue themed SSTC as a catalyst for agri-food system transformation convened ministers from developing nations to share experiences and strategize on collaborative efforts. Kyari highlighted Nigeria's successful partnerships with FAO and China, which have facilitated technology transfers, farmer training, aquaculture growth, and the creation of regional multi-service extension centers.
To take full advantage of the mechanism that is involved with the SSTC. One is the National Coordination and Governance, that is to establish a national South-South Cooperation Steering Committee, which will be led by the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, with representation from the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, the country office of FAO and other United Nations agencies, and of course the private sector and the academia.
Now, senators appealed to members of the Academic Staff Union of Nigerian Universities, ASU, to call off the 2-week warning strike with a promise that it would ask the federal government to move upwards the 35% salary increase being offered to the university lecturers. At an intervention meeting, the Senate, through its Committee on Tertiary Education and TED Fund, also promised to engage the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, with regards to allegations from ASU of taking part of the land belonging to the University of Abuja. National Assembly correspondent Lamiele reports.
Aside the lingering 2009 agreements on improved funding for universities, which ASU has been agitating, executive of the union informed the Senate latest developments that are of concern to its members. ASU commended President Tinubu for the 7-year moratorium on establishment of tertiary institutions in Nigeria and the 150 billion naira allocation to universities, but says it does not agree with the sharing formula the Ministry of Education has come up with.
The first tranche of 50 billion has been released and it is currently with the Ministry of Education. The money has not reached universities yet. One of the reasons is because the Ministry of Education, in their own wisdom, want to spread the money to universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. And ASU is saying this committee, this Senate has approved an appropriation, and that money is for universities.
Anybody coming from anywhere in the world that is interested in university education, the first port of call will be University of Abuja. Distinguished senators, you will be helping that university if you stop the minister from taking any piece of land from that university.
Senate assured ASU that it will take steps to address all concerns.
Agreement is agreement, as I've always said. They should be able to live up to expectations whenever they go into any form of agreement, especially with us.
We can pass the Ministry of Education together with them by Tuesday or Wednesday to ensure that our children are back to school, and also to ensure that the government look into the immediate and the long-term measures to be taken to resolve most of the lingering situations.
If you give me allowance to buy a book, you don't collect tax from that book. If you collect the tax, then what is left will not be enough for me to buy the book.
When it comes to appropriation, when budgets are brought, we should be able to know where to support.
Meanwhile, the Deputy President of the Senate, Barrow Jibrin, says President Tinubu has already instructed quick resolution of the crisis.
The President has directed that everything should be done to resolve this matter so that schools will reopen immediately. So we also commend Mr. President for his concerns.
Now, young girls and women took center stage to showcase the transformative power and potential of the girl child at an event to mark the 2025 International Day of the Girl Child. Zenred Digmon reports that this year's commemoration shifts focus from merely enrolling girls in school to recognizing and valuing their voices, contributions, and leadership in the society.
The girl I am, the change I lead, came alive as girls took the stage to speak, innovate, and showcase their often unseen capabilities. The Ministry of Education's message underscores a critical point, a shift in policy perspective that views girls not as passive recipients of aid, but as active architects of national development, driving sustainable economic and social transformation.
We are implementing the national policy on the gender education, which aims at eliminating gender disparities in access, retention, and completion of the schools. The Agile Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment Program has made a significant stride in enrolling the out-of-school children, especially girls, in several states.
The objective of this year's celebrations aim to inspire global action, investment and support for girls' empowerment and leadership initiative in the area of recognizing girls' leadership, empowering girls, promoting equity, creating safe spaces.
The event also serves as a reminder to stakeholders that investing in the potential of girls is an investment in the nation's future. In Abuja, Zenred Digmon, NTA News.
Now, as part of broader reforms in the education sector in Nasarawa State, teachers in public schools are being equipped with modern teaching techniques to boost capacity and teaching skills. Aliu Tijani has the details.
Making teachers in public schools relevant in the digital age is the focus of this training and empowerment program for teachers selected from public schools across northern senatorial zone of Nasarawa State. With the theme, Effective School Leadership Management, the capacity building training seeks to equip the teachers with knowledge of ICT, artificial intelligence, and effective financial management in schools in order to make public schools attractive for enrollment.
First of all, we learned about leadership, development, and management.
Training has been quite interesting and it has improved my knowledge, mostly in the aspect of ICT.
While the state government is addressing both decay in infrastructure and manpower gap in public schools, the member representing Akwanga, Nasra Igon Wamba Federal Constituency at the National Assembly is supporting the broader reforms with building capacity of teachers.
You agree with me that the walls and standard of education generally, globally, is dropping. And we feel it is not about building schools, classrooms. It's about even changing the mindset of our teachers and some of our younger generation students.
More teachers are scheduled to benefit in the next phase of the program. From Akwanga, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
Now, the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association, DPOA, is intensifying its campaign against illicit drug abuse among youths, a menace with far-reaching consequences on individuals, families, and the wider society. The Chief of the Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, a special guest at the advocacy program, commended DPOA for re-echoing the dangers of substance abuse among the youths through Stay Clean Championship. Ismail Musa reports.
Nigeria is blessed with a youth-dominated population, the workforce in most societies, often referred to as the leaders of tomorrow. The future of this youth seems to blink with the increase in use of illicit drugs, with possible short and long-term changes in the brain, causing mental health issues like memory loss, depression, and anxiety, leading to losses in productivity and healthcare expenses.
What we are charging you with today is to leave this place with a reinforced zeal to live a disciplined life. If you live a disciplined life, you will be able to live above substance use and other social vices.
The call from the poor to the youth is to say no to illicit drugs and yes to a healthy lifestyle.
Let the lessons of this championship remain. Let the friendship forged here continue to grow. And let the powerful message of live free, stay clean resonate in our hearts and minds long after we leave this venue. Go forth as an ambassador of healthy, active, and drug-free life.
These initiatives are sowing the seeds for future stars and building morally upright youths who will become ambassadors of our nation. This is a clear demonstration that building the nation does not only depend on policy and politics, but begins with empowering our youths to dream more, strive more, and achieve more.
The advocacy also enjoined Nigerians to view the ongoing fight against drug abuse as a collective responsibility. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
This is where we end the AM News. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Justin Bemunyi. We now take a short break. Where we return, Weekend Deal continues.